everyone, welcome to history. Got a really exciting lesson today. I hope you all enjoy it. You are going to need a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, or whatever you use to write on. We are starting our new topic in history. It's about explorers. As you can see from the flip chart, I've got explorer written in the middle of my board. I've put a bubble around it and some legs coming off it. That's because we're going to be making a mind map to start us off today. I want you to have a think. What is an explorer? If you think you know the answer, you can write it on one of your little legs coming off your mind map. Have you heard the word before? Does it sound like any other words that you know? I want you to have a think about those questions and see what you can come up with about explorers. Maybe you know what some of the explorers are. Maybe you think it sounds like another word that you know and you can write that word down. I've also put a little bit of a clue at the bottom of the flip chart here for you. It says, the explorer was going to Mars to discover what's there. The explorer was going to Mars to discover what's there. That might help you figure out what explorer means, what an explorer is. So what I'm going to ask you to do is pause the video so that you can write your own little mind map on your piece of paper and think about what an explorer is. Off you go. Okay, now that you've had a little think about it, as you can see, I've put some ideas that I came up with about what an explorer might be. So explorer reminded me of the word explore. And I know that explore means to find something or to look around somewhere. So explorer, I think, maybe has something to do with that, maybe about finding something or looking around somewhere. I also decided that explorer must be a noun because of the sentence that it's in. The explorer was going to Mars. I can see that my noun is here. I have a determiner here and a verb. So they're doing something. So if somebody is doing something, then there must be a noun. And I think maybe an explorer is a person. I'm excited to see what your mind maps look like, see what you think an explorer is. An explorer is a person. Well done if you got that right. They're a person that finds a new thing or goes to a new or unfamiliar place, so somewhere that nobody has been before or very few people have been to before. There are lots of different places that you can explore. Some explorers can travel the Earth, our planet. What I'd like you to do for your next little activity, on your piece of paper, I would like you to think about what new things might an explorer travelling our planet find. And I want you to write down as many as you can. What things might an explorer travelling the Earth find? There's a little picture here that might help you. What things might somebody find on the Earth? Pause the video now, write down as many as you can. Off you go. Well done, everybody. So these are the things that explorers might find on the Earth. They might find, let's read them together, animals, islands, food, plants, people. So these are all of the things that an explorer travelling the Earth might find. They might find new animals, new islands, new food, new plants, and new people. But not all explorers travel the Earth. Some explorers can travel the sea. I'd like you to do the same thing again, please. Write as many things you can think of that explorers might find in the sea. Pause the video, write down as many as you can. Off you go. Well done, team. So some of the things that I came up with, let's read them together. Explorers might find fish, they might find plants, and they might find new life. All of those things they might find in the sea. And the last place that people can explore is space. We've learnt a little bit about space already when we were doing Sydney, Stella and the Moon. I wonder if you can remember anything to help you with this question. You're doing the same thing again for the last time. I want you to write down as many things as you can think of that explorers might find in space. Pause the video, write as many things as you can think of. Off you go. Well done if you got planets, information and materials. All of those things can be found in space. They might find some new planets, they might find out new and interesting things, and they might find some new materials that we don't have on this planet. So as I'm sure you can tell, explorers are very important because they discover new things that can help all of the other humans on our planet. This is a selection of some famous explorers. We're going to talk about them in a little bit more detail in a moment, but first we're going to learn their names. So we've got a lady here in her pilot's uniform. A pilot is somebody who flies an aeroplane. So this lady is called Amy Johnson. What's she called? What's she called? What's she called? Well done, she's called Amy Johnson. Amy Johnson was the first woman to fly from England to Australia. She did it all by herself. Can't wait to find out more about that in a minute. Then we've got this person. This person might be very familiar from when we did Sydney, Stella and the Moon. His name is Neil Armstrong. What's his name? What's his name? Neil what? Well done, Neil Armstrong, and he was the first man on the moon. Then we've got this person. Now, we've not got a photograph of this person because they are from such a long, long time ago. So this is a painting of this person. And they've got a really unusual name, Christopher Columbus. I wonder if you can say that. Let's say it a bit at a time. Christopher Columbus. Christopher Columbus. Well done. So this is Christopher Columbus. And you might not believe it, but this person discovered America. Because once upon a time, a long, 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 long time ago, we didn't know where everything was on our planet. We didn't know where all the countries were. And Christopher Columbus was one of the people that found what he thought was a new country. He discovered America. Of course, there were already people that were living there, but from where we live, he discovered America. And then we have got the last person. We've got this gentleman here. And his name is Matthew Henson. Can you say that? Matthew Henson. Matthew Henson. Well done. Matthew Henson was the first man to go to the North Pole, which is absolutely amazing because it is so cold there, and he was the first person to go. So now we've learned their names, we're going to learn a little bit more about them. The first person we're going to look at is Amy Johnson. What's she called again? Well done, Amy Johnson. Now we're going to read this information, together. Okay, we're going to read it all together. So, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to do your Kung Fu punctuation whilst we're reading. Now, I know Miss Hamami's class, I keep talking about Kung Fu punctuation and you might not know exactly what it is. So, we're going to have a quick run through. The only things you're going to need to know are capital letters and full stops. So, when we say a word with a capital letter, we do this action, a capital letter. And when we do a full stop, we do this action, bang. And that's how we do a full stop. Bang. Show me a capital letter. Fantastic. And show me a full stop. Bang. Well done, year 2. Well done, Miss Hamami's class, because you've never done that before. Okay, so we're going to read this. And when you see a capital letter, I want you to show me your capital letter. We're going to read it all together. Ready? Let's go. Amy Johnson was from Hull in Yorkshire. Bang. She was the first woman to fly from England to Australia alone. Bang. It took her 19 days to fly to Australia. Bang. She was very brave. Bang. Now that we've read through it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover up some of this information and I'm going to see if you can remember any of those facts. Before I do that, you might want to pause the video and read it again really quickly, just so that you're sure you know what Amy Johnson did. So I've hidden up all of that information now. I wonder if you can remember what those facts are. So Amy Johnson was from Hull in... Well done, she was from Hull in Yorkshire. She was the first woman to fly from to alone. Where did she fly from? Where did she set off from? Well done, she set off from England. And where did she go? She went to Australia. Fantastic, well done, Year 2. It took her to fly to Australia. How long did it take her to fly to Australia? I wonder if you can remember. Fantastic, it took 19 days for her to fly to Australia. That is such a long time. I wonder if she had any breaks on the way. I hope so. Now we're going to look at this man. What's his name again? Neil Armstrong. Well done. We're going to read it together just like we did last time, and I want to see you doing that kung fu punctuation as we're reading it together. Remember, a capital letter looks like this, and a full stop's like this. Bang. Off we go. Neil Armstrong was an astronaut. Bang. He was the first man to stand on the moon. Bang. He was from America. Bang. His rocket was called Apollo 11. Bang. He collected rocks on the moon for 21 hours. Bang. Wow, that is a long time to be on the moon collecting rocks. I wonder if it was very interesting. I'm going to do the same thing again, Year 2, so you might want to pause your video and read through this again on your own, because I'm going to cover up some of the information. Okay, I've hidden it all for you now, so let's see if you can remember what those facts are. Neil Armstrong was an astronaut. Well done. He was the man to stand on the moon. When did he stand on the moon? Who was he? He was the first man. Fantastic. He was from which country? America. His rocket was called something 11. Ooh, what's that something? Apollo. Well done, Year 2. He collected something on the moon for something hours. What did he collect? Rocks. Brilliant. And how long did he collect them for? 21 hours. Wow, such a long time. And we're going to move on to this man. What's his name? Christopher Columbus. Well done. We're going to read it again together. Remember your kung fu punctuation. Let's go. Columbus had 3 ships. Bang. Christopher Columbus found America in 1492. Bang. That is the year that he found America, so that's a very long time ago. He set off from Spain. Columbus found lots of delicious food. Bang. He went back to Spain and told everyone about America. Bang. Brilliant Kung Fu punctuation. I think it might have been better than mine. I think I might have forgotten a full stop somewhere. Okay, you might want to pause the video and read it through again to yourself so that you can remember all of those interesting facts, because I'm going to cover up some of that information. Make sure you're ready. Okay, let's go. Columbus had 3 what? Ships, well remembered. Christopher Columbus found, in 1492, what did he find? Fantastic, he found America. He set off from which country? Spain. Columbus found lots of delicious food. Wow, year 2, I am so impressed with all these facts that you've remembered. And then we have our last explorer. This man is called Matthew Henson. Well done. Let's read it again together. Remember your capital letters and your full stops. Matthew Henson was an African-American man. Bang. He left home at 11 years old to find a job. Bang. Wow, that's a young age. As an adult, he went with Robert Peary to explore the North Pole. Bang. Henson, unfortunately, wasn't celebrated for reaching the North Pole. I apologise, I've got North twice there for some reason. Because of racism at the time. Bang. Oh dear. So unfortunately, people weren't happy that Matthew Henson was saying that he'd reached the North Pole, and they didn't actually believe him, because a lot of people in that time that he was alive were unfortunately very racist towards him because of the colour of his skin. Okay, once again, read it through. I'm going to cover up some of the information. Let's see if you can remember anything. Okay, so I've covered up some of the information. Let's see if we can remember those facts. Matthew Henson was an man. He was an African-American man. Well done if you got that one. He left home at years old. How old was he when he left home? 11. Oh my goodness, that's not so much older than you. Very young to be getting a job. As an adult, he went with who to explore the what? He went with another man. He went with Robert Peary. Well done. To explore the North Pole. Fantastic if you got that right. Unfortunately, Henson wasn't celebrated for reaching the North Pole because of what? Because of racism. Well done if you got that one. Okay. So, now that we've run through each of the explorers, I'm going to talk to you about your activities today. The 1-star challenge you can find on the school website. I want you to match the facts with each explorer. So you're going to read the fact list and decide which explorer that fact matches with. So one of them might be, they are from Yorkshire, so you need to have a think. Which of these explorers was from Yorkshire? And I want you to put it in this box. Don't worry if you can't print them off and stick them on. If you can, fantastic. If you can't, you can just write them in the right places. Okay? The 2-star challenge. This will also be on the website for you. I want you to also match the facts with the explorers. This one doesn't have the communicating print on, so you just got to read it and stick it in the right place or write it in the right place. And then the last challenge, the 3-star challenge. I want you to write some facts about each of the explorers. So what you can do is you can rewind the video and listen or read the facts again. And I want you to write them in the right places with each of these people. I have also, you might have noticed on the slide, have put some links to some YouTube videos that tell you a little bit more information about each of those explorers. If you want to listen to those and add those facts onto your sheets as well, then you can do. Okay, And those are today's activities. So pause it now if you need to have a quick look and figure out what you're going to do. And you can also rewind the video to listen to me talking again and reread those slides about the explorers. Well done, team. Great geography work. Geography, goodness me, Miss Mannion. Great history work. And I can't wait to see what you've come up with in your emails that you'll be sending to us later. Bye, everybody.